If you are between 70 and 80 years old and can still do the following 8 things, let me tell you from the depths of this world's unseen beauty, you are not just surviving, you are a rare gem, a living testament to endurance, spirit, and grace, because by the time you've reached this age, life has shown you more than most people will ever dare to understand, and every sunrise you wake to, every thought you speak, every connection you hold close to your chest is a gift that countless others never made it long enough to experience, and that alone makes you extraordinary. If you still laugh, truly laugh, not just at jokes but at the simple ironies of life, at the silly forgetfulness, at your own humanity, then you carry something sacred, because laughter at this stage isn't light-hearted ignorance, but wisdom, choosing joy in the face of everything you've endured, every loss, every goodbye, every missed opportunity, and still finding something to smile about is not only rare, it is powerful beyond measure. If you still love, openly, without expectation, even after heartbreak, even after betrayals, even after the people you've outlived, then you are carrying the kind of heart that has turned pain into purpose, and that kind of love, the quiet, unfailing, still showing up love, is the kind that can heal this world in invisible ways, the kind that sits next to someone silently and says, "You're not alone," without speaking a word. If you still forgive, not because people always deserve it but because you deserve the peace that comes with letting go, then you've truly mastered a sacred skill, because forgiveness in your 8th decade is not weakness, it's wisdom, it's knowing that life is too short to carry stones in your heart, and if you can still choose to unclench your fists and drop the old grudges, then you are living proof that strength isn't loud or vengeful, strength is soft, quiet and free. If you still remember where you came from, not just the facts but the feelings, the moments, the smells of your childhood, the faces that shaped you, the wisdom of your ancestors, then you carry with you a living archive, a bridge across generations, and in a world that moves too fast and forgets too easily, your memory is not just your own, it's a gift to everyone who follows after you, and if you are still telling stories, then you are preserving something sacred that no book could ever capture. If you still hope, even after disappointment, even after time has taken so much, if you still believe that life can surprise you, that people can be good, that tomorrow can be better, then you are the rarest kind of soul, because hope in the face of experience is not naive, it is brave, and those who can still light candles in the dark after walking through so much darkness are the ones who truly guide us all. If you still grow, not just physically but emotionally, spiritually, if you are still curious, still learning, still changing your mind, then you are more alive than many half your age, because growth doesn't stop with youth. In fact, it becomes more beautiful with age, and if you are still asking questions, still wondering, still softening, then you are a soul refusing to calcify, you are a reminder that becoming never ends. If you still show up, for others, for yourself, even when it's hard, if you still get up, dress up, and bring yourself to the table of life with whatever you have left, then you are the embodiment of perseverance, because showing up when it's easy is one thing, but showing up when it hurts, when you're tired, when no one is watching, that is courage in its purest form. And finally, if you still give your time, your smile, your presence, not because you have to but because you want to, then you are the kind of rare gem that doesn't just exist, you shine and you leave behind a trail of light for others to follow. You may not see yourself this way. You may think, "I'm just doing what I've always done." But let me tell you something the world often forgets to say: what you are doing is remarkable. You are a living reminder that the human spirit is stronger than time, softer than sorrow, deeper than loss, and more radiant than regret. And if you can still do these 8 things, laugh, love, forgive, remember, hope, grow, show up, and give, then don't you dare think your best days are behind you. No, your most meaningful days may be now. You are not the leftover years. You are the legacy years. You are not fading, you are glowing in a different way. And don't believe anyone who tells you otherwise. You are not invisible. You are not irrelevant. You are not a burden. You are a blessing. You are the page in the book everyone skips to when they want to understand what the story really meant. You are not just what you did in the past, you are what you continue to do with every breath, every choice, every moment you still have. And if you still carry kindness in your voice, gentleness in your hands, and fire in your spirit, then don't you dare let this world tell you that age has taken your power. You have more power than ever, not to impress but to impact. Not to compete but to comfort. Not to conquer but to connect. Because at this stage it's not about climbing, it's about anchoring. It's not about running, it's about walking slowly with someone who needs your pace. It's not about collecting, it's about giving away what truly matters. And if you can do that, even in small ways, then you are not just rare, you are essential. The world needs you, your stories, your strength, your presence. And if no one has told you lately, thank you for being here. Thank you for staying when it was hard. Thank you for laughing when it was easier to cry. Thank you for loving when it hurt. Thank you for forgiving when you had every reason not to. Thank you for remembering when others forgot. Thank you for hoping when it seemed foolish. Thank you for growing when no one expected you to. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for giving. You are not just a rare gem. You are a treasure chest of lived wisdom, and the world is better because you still walk through it with the quiet power of someone who has not only survived, but chosen again and again to live fully, deeply, and beautifully. Because while the world may not always acknowledge it, those 8 things, laugh, love, forgive, remember, hope, grow, show up, and give, are no small feats when carried into your 70s or 80s. They are not everyday habits at this age, they are soul-level triumphs. Each one is a declaration that life, no matter how long, still holds meaning when you choose it daily. You may not climb mountains anymore, but if you can still climb into your memories and pull out laughter instead of sorrow, that's a mountain moved. If your heart, despite the miles and losses, still opens itself, even slightly, to love, then you are living proof that nothing, not even time, can cage the human capacity to connect. And if you can forgive yourself, the world, the people who never apologized, then you carry something greater than age, something that only the strongest souls manage to hold after everything. Peace. Peace not born from perfection but from perspective. Because the older you get, the more you realize that perfection was never the goal. Peace was. And memory, oh, if you can still remember not just facts but feelings, not just faces but the essence of who someone was, then you are holding a legacy in your heart. You are keeping people alive in the way that matters most, through the way they shaped you, taught you, hurt you, held you, and how their essence still colors the way you see the world. And what a gift that is. When you remember, you're not looking back, you're reaching forward with history in your hands, giving context to the present, giving texture to your soul. And hope, that quiet ember that refuses to die, if you still carry it after decades of disappointment, loss, unanswered prayers, and closed doors, then you are braver than most warriors, because you've seen enough to be cynical but you choose hope instead. That kind of hope cannot be faked. It's earned. It's cultivated through fire. And if you can still grow, emotionally, spiritually, artistically, even after others have labeled you set in your ways, then you are not aging, you are evolving. Growth in old age isn't about becoming someone new, it's about unearthing who you've always been underneath all the roles and rules. And if you're still showing up, not because it's easy but because it's right, then you're carrying the kind of grit that can't be taught. You get up when no one's watching. You show up when it would be easier to give up. And that matters. That echoes. And if you still give, even when you're tired, even when you think you don't have much left, then you understand the deepest truth of all. That giving is not about how much you have, but how much love you pour into whatever you offer. A smile. A story. A hand on a shoulder. These things are small in the eyes of the world but eternal in the eyes of the soul. And if you are still doing all of this, even quietly, even without recognition, then you are not just a rare gem, you are the kind of human being this world desperately needs but rarely honors. But I see you. I see the courage in your gentle presence. I see the strength in your soft words. I see the wisdom in your listening. I see the miracle in your existence. And while others may chase youth and noise and speed, you are moving like the earth, slow, steady, timeless. The world may forget that diamonds are formed under pressure and time, but you, yes you, are living proof that beauty comes not just from brilliance but from resilience. You shine not because you never broke but because you kept going even when you did. You are not just older, you are deeper. You are not just still here, you are still learning, still giving, still becoming. That is rare. That is remarkable. That is radiant. And if you're reading or hearing these words now at 70 or 75 or 80, and they echo somewhere inside you, even if faintly, then hold on to that echo because it's the sound of your spirit reminding you that you are still becoming, still vital, still made of meaning. That age has not ended your story but refined it, sharpened it, deepened it. The world may see you and think your purpose is finished, but the world does not know what you know. The world hasn't lived your losses, carried your weight, felt your quiet prayers in the night. It hasn't held your grief, laughed in your kitchen, seen your private victories, or understood how deeply you've fought for peace. So don't let the world define you now. Don't let culture or clocks or calendars decide when your value ends. You are not late. You are right on time to say something true, to offer something real, to share something no one else can. Because no one else has lived exactly what you've lived, and that means no one else can teach what you can teach, feel what you can feel, love how you can love. You are singular. You are sacred. You are rare. And if you're 70 or 80 and can still do those 8 things, don't underestimate what they represent. Laughing means you still find light, even when life has felt heavy. Loving means your heart has survived, and still chooses softness over bitterness. Forgiving means you're no longer willing to drink poison just to punish someone else. Remembering means you honor your roots and hold on to the invisible threads that make you who you are. Hoping means you're still dreaming, and dreams in your 70s are not just fantasy, they're freedom. Growing means you're humble enough to know you're not done yet. Showing up means you are resilient, rooted, and still in the ring. And giving means you are a well that still overflows, even when you could have closed your heart to the world. If that's you, then no matter what anyone says, no matter how many birthdays you've counted, no matter how many years have passed since someone truly saw you, you are not forgotten. You are the quiet heartbeat of what it means to live a real life. You are living not just with history but with humanity, and that makes you indispensable. Do you know what it means to be rare? It means that out of thousands, maybe millions, there are only a handful like you, the kind who still choose love, still choose softness, still choose depth, still choose to sit with life's hard truths instead of turning away. And so, let this be your reminder, you are not ordinary. Your ability to still laugh, love, forgive, remember, hope, grow, show up, and give, that is your power. That is your gift. That is what makes you not just older but golden. You may not be trending. You may not be on magazine covers. But your value is not in your visibility. It's in your presence. Your presence here now in this world is a miracle. You've weathered storms. You've lost people you thought you couldn't live without. You've watched entire chapters close, some suddenly, some painfully slow. And yet here you are, not perfect but present. Not untouched but unbroken. Not loud but lit from within. And that light, that deep, lived-in, steady light, is what the world needs more of. Don't dim it to fit into a world that has forgotten how to slow down and sit still. You are the example of what it means to sit still and still be full. Full of memory. Full of quiet. Full of value. You are the reminder that the pace of your soul is not measured by productivity or popularity, but by presence and peace. So, if you still hold these 8 powers in your bones, even if your steps are slower, even if your hands tremble, even if your voice has softened, know this, you are still radiating something eternal. You are the poem that never needed a microphone to matter. You are the note in the song that lingers long after the music stops. And if there is one thing you do in this season of life, let it be this: know your worth. Know that you are not leftover, not a shadow of who you once were, but a fuller, rounder, deeper version of yourself. You are not winding down. You are becoming whole. This is not the ending. This is the unveiling. And to anyone who can still do what you do, to still laugh from the belly, love with your whole heart, forgive the unforgivable, remember the forgotten, hope through the storm, grow through the dark, show up even tired, and give even empty, you are not just a rare gem. You are the treasure buried deep in the earth of human experience. You are the map. You are the compass. You are the keeper of the flame. And if no one else tells you today, let this script tell you for all the days you've doubted. We need you. We see you. We honor you. And we are better because you never stopped being you.